Together. No cap with MK and Omozola, where women rise.
It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a good day.
Yes, so.
And today is our 5th edition, right?
Yes, we're celebrating 5 episodes today.
Honestly, we've come a long way, Abby.
Yes, we have like 5 already.
Yeah, that's it. And to celebrate this, we have a guest.
Yes,
we are going to come back to the guest, but just want to say thank you to all our listeners, those that are calling in,
Yes.
people that are.
For the support.
I'm telling you, the
It's
MVPs,
it's
so
overwhelming.
honestly, it is. Last week
The
was
call.
overwhelming, actually. Last
Yes,
week, the
it
calls
was.
and everything. So we just want to thank you all, and we know that with you by our side, we're going to have more episodes and
Yes,
all that.
we will. We need your support. Keep
yeah.
bringing it in. Keep
So-
bringing it in.
So today we're going to be talking about special needs, kids with special needs and
Yes.
all that. You know, some of us, I think in Nigeria we don't really say much about it. We just try to.
Yes, I mean, I believe and I have seen personally the stigmas around it. You know, some believe that it is your sin that has caused it for you. You know, and
Jeez.
for the sake of those that do not know what special needs is, they are kids with autism, cerebral palsy, some form of challenge one way or another.
Yeah.
They are the ones we call the special needs children. So you
Yeah.
need special care.
Special care
Yes,
for
they need
them.
special care. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
So a lot of mothers are the ones actually doing this. The women are the ones
Yes,
that actually,
in most cases, the mothers are the ones to bear that burden of
Yeah.
taking care of that child,
Yeah.
nurturing that child to sound health, to being able to fit into
to be
the
able
society.
to fit into the society
Yes,
and understand what their needs really are.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
at the same time, especially for those that has more than one kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Some actually have more than one that they have to cater to, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so whether you're listening at home, in the car, or at work, feel free to join the conversation at No Cap with MK and Omolola on TikTok Live, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also live stream on www.wfm91.7. Call us on 07000 917 917, 070 3974 2185. 08033214121 to share your thoughts.
Yeah. It's overwhelming.
Why did you do that? Honestly,
Yeah.
it is actually overwhelming.
Because I've really seen kids that has this
even Down syndrome,
special
like,
needs
oh my God.
on social media.
Mhm.
I've seen parents trying to like, you know, get on with it and all that, you
Yeah.
know. And I see some of them, their reactions is so kind of threatening.
Yes.
You know, you feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because
Yeah.
whatever he or she is doing is not by their own
It's not by
making.
choice because
Yeah.
I mean, they can't control. So in most cases, they can't even control their emotions, their actions. When they get violent, some of them get really violent. I think even
Yeah.
for autistic children.
Yeah.
So there's a way you have to cater to them. Because some of them you have to put things in a certain order. Once you break that order, it triggers them and they react in a certain way, you know.
Okay, now let's go to the experts.
Yes, so
Yeah,
because
so
we are
that-
not
because
experts
Malala
on this,
is
we're only
already
speaking
trying
from
to-
experience.
Malala
We're only
is
speaking from
already-
experience of what we're
Malala is
seeing.
already saying it as if she's with
Fine.
you directly.
But I
and
have
she does
heard
everything.
and I have seen firsthand. I mean, family,
Oh, yeah.
friends around me. So I see what they go through.
Wow.
So I especially, they have a special place in my heart because I just pray for them to get that strength,
yeah.
to be able to continue. It's not easy, and it's also financial. I mean,
It
consumes-
requires a lot of money.
Yes, you need a lot
Okay.
of money, in this case. So to introduce our guest today,
Mhm.
our guest today is Mrs. Bisola Olufolajimi-Idowu. She's a proprietress of Great Expectations School in Ikorodu, and the school is for special needs children. If I should call it inclusion. So that means whether special needs or not, you can also come to the school.
Oh, okay.
So I will
it's
hand
not
over the
basically-
mic to her right now. Take your mantle
Oh.
and take over.
Thank you so much.
And they will ask you our questions
Thank
so
you
that
so
we just
much.
direct this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Malola. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for bringing me to this amazing episode of yours. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And yes, my name is Bisola Olufolajimi, and I am a mother. Like, that's the first introduction I always give to myself.
Okay.
I'm a mother first. Is because I am a mother. That is why I am. Yeah, that I am in this, and like you rightly said, on this journey, it's really women. In fact, we have a community of women abandoned to cater to their children with severe disabilities. Like you rightly said, we have a family having 5 children, 6 children, sometimes, yes, with autism, and we have another one that has what we call Rett's.
Oh, never heard that before.
Rett is a form of autism, but a bit more severe.
Wow.
And there are some that is in the category of the NOS PDDs, or those ones are the not otherwise specified category, because today they manifest as autism, tomorrow they are manifesting something else.
Wow.
So it's a really, really scary environment, but by God, He said He has not given us that
Spirit of fear.
spirit of fear, and He said He won't give us something that will tempt us beyond our capacity. So again, in all of this, God is still God.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
I don't want to go. I just want to dive into something first. I want
Okay.
I want you to tell us who you were before you become a
A special needs
Superwoman
mom, or
of
before
special
before you
needs.
became this special woman that you are right now.
yeah.
Okay, I think Omala knows me a bit. I'm a very jovial, lucky, easygoing, very hardworking. I've always been very hardworking, very dependent. I'm a second born. We're all girls in my family, and my dad single-handedly raised us, and that gave me a bit more perspective into life and handling issues.
The
And-
dad raised.
Yes, you know.
Oh, we are shouting
That's
out to
amazing.
men.
Yes.
That's why I say the present dad.
Yeah, today's men. You know, my dad raised me, like I said, and it was a leveler for me. It was an advantage that I had on this journey. So yeah, I'm a fun, go-to, very reliable person. And
Okay, so to ask this question,
yeah.
your story is quite incredible. Can you tell us about your journey as a special need mom?
Okay, thank you very much. My journey as a special need mom has been, you know, a roller coaster of emotions, challenges, and then of course triumph. When my son Ogoluwafaran was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, at at birth,
How old was he?
he, he was born with cerebral palsy. He's now 12 years old in GSS2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But the early part of his years was very, very scary, as it's going to be or will be for new mothers that are going to get on this journey. But don't fret, don't be afraid. Your child will by themselves teach you what to do if you allow the child. And if you're patient and you don't take it to be, oh, it's about me. This journey is not just about you, it's more about that child. Okay, so the focus should shift from you leveraging on yourself, okay, to the child. Because again, God has given the child that thing that that the child will use to thrive. If you are willing to help the child overcome the early phase where the child is developing. And again, like I always say, it's a developing brain, developing bodies. So again, as you are confused, even the child is even more confused. It is not your own norm as a mother. That's not your normal. It is the child's norm. So the child know how to navigate the journey if you would allow the child teach you the path. So I immersed myself in a lot of learning. I finished from College of Medicine, Lutz Idiaraba. I studied paramedics, but I had to go back to Unilag and study education because, again, my father, that foundation, the best thing he always tell us, the best thing I can give you as a father is education. So I wanted to educate my son, so I went back to College of Medicine.
So
sorry.
I'm sorry to cut in.
Yeah.
You are his teacher.
Yes, I
and
am.
his mother.
Yes.
You see why they call you a superhero?
I started out teaching him because really nobody wanted.
So you became a teacher because of him?
Yes, I wanted to educate him. And I wanted to give him
no
that.
No school wanted to take him?
No school. There was there still is serious segregation, stereotyping, fear. Because people don't really know
understand how they're going to take care of him or her.
And then again, they are feeling like, okay, is it contagious? Will other children, contact it?
How will they feel seeing somebody like that?
Yeah, and then again, like I said, the early years is always very stressful. Feeding is very difficult because they have issues with swallowing, and sometimes they can choke on their feeding. Yes, some even choke on their own saliva. Some drown.
Wow.
Yes, on their own saliva. Do you understand? So it's a lot to take on, especially between the ages of 0 to 5 years. Then from 5 years it becomes a bit easier as we go on.
Sorry, I want to ask you a question. Having a child that has special needs, is it possible for you to know during conception, or it is when the baby is out? And then what exactly do they say from the doctor? You went to School of Medicine.
Yeah.
What are the causes of all this, so that even as it may be, people can prevent it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when we talk about AS and SS, people didn't know that having SS married together, you have kids that will be, they call abiku then.
Yes.
But now we understand better. So what exactly are the things that people can take into consideration in order to prevent this? Or is something that you don't have any power about? You don't even know how it's coming. It just comes out and you see that this child has this.
Okay, so I will tell you that disability is divided into 14 categories.
Okay.
So if you're talking about intellectual disability, for example, those ones are, we call them the invisible disability. These are children that they have okay development. There's nothing wrong with their developmental milestones, but they will struggle to learn. They will struggle with education. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, stop.
Okay, so some of them will struggle with education and the rest. Now, for most of these children that has dyslexia, dyspraxia, and all that, it is usually from the parent. The genes are passed on. The same thing with autism, though not specifically. There's still a lot of research ongoing. Yeah, to that effect. But you know, the genes are usually passed on from one generation to another. Like I said, sometimes it could be environmental factors that induce it. Like, okay, maybe the child fell sick, and along the line, something happened to the brain. We should not forget that in all of this disability, it is solely the brain that is affected.
The communication between the brain and the actions that comes out.
Yes, and for cerebral palsy and Down syndrome also is genetics. It's you know, so once it's there, the chromosome 21, once it's in excess or it's there, the child would definitely.
Oh, your chromosome.
Yes.
Because there's a number that it has to be. If it's over that number.
Yes.
Oh, thank God for biology. That's good.
Yeah. Now another one is cerebral palsy, like I'm saying. Now cerebral palsy, sometimes it could be because the mother is sick during pregnancy, or at the point of birth or after birth, which we call the pre and post. In my own case, it was at the point of birth. I'm a very petite woman, and my cervix wasn't big enough, and my baby was 4.2 at the time. And again, our healthcare structure and system, there was strike, you know, so the whole thing was a bit of a mess. But we bless God, my baby was big. To push out from my small cervix was a lot. Well, again, I bless God, it came out having cerebral palsy. People would say what we call batasphasia. The condition is called batasphasia, where the child did not take in that first breath. And they'll say, oh, the baby didn't cry.
Oh, so that's what they...
Yes. So now, if the baby did not cry immediately, it automatically means that there will be a damage to the brain. So you see,
there's no oxygen at that point.
No oxygen. Now, that first breath that the child takes open up every function. Every function that, you know, the walking and movement and everything. Now, one of the most affected, in fact, the most affected area that cerebral palsy, you know, is based on is motor. And I will always say mobility. I will always say that we are all movement beings.
Yeah.
From swallowing to me talking, you know, we are all movement. So if your cerebellum, you know, is affected, motor movements and everything also is affected. So cerebral palsy it is not genetics, but most times is maybe due to illness. Sometimes, from the mom or the child, or during birth, or the child developing an illness, like maybe having jaundice at birth, for example. That can also result in cerebral palsy, or traumatic brain injury, where they are playing so rough, or maybe something, an accident happened, and the child's the brain is impacted, and you know.
That's why they say stop throwing kids up.
Yes, you don't shake them.
Babies.
Yeah. I'm shaking a lot. Well, we'll be right back. So we can talk about the prevention, what you can tell mothers to do, and some other questions there. We'll just go back right back. So I have some questions here. Let's go on a break.
Okay.
Knocking at my door. Wanna know what it is, make the voice one more. Is your lover playing on your side? Said he loves you, but he ain't got time. Here's the answer. Come and get it, and the night don't rise.
To know how many we have in Nigeria. welcome back to No Cap with MK and Omolola. I'm humbled.
Yes, so,
I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Honestly, everything that you're saying actually humbled me and all that, you know. Somebody was asking a question here. I'm sorry, let me just get it out before Lola takes out the question.
okay.
So she's asking that how rampant is it in Nigeria today? Talking about children with special needs. You know, there was a time it was a boom for SS and all that, and because of that, they were able to draw some kind of awareness to
Yes.
SS and all those things. That how rampant is it, and then how can we draw awareness to you also being a doctor, that you've gone through all this medical stuff.
Okay, I'm a paramedic.
What's the difference? Doctor is doctor,
Yeah,
please.
there was actually
I know, right? I know, right? I know.
Okay, so I'm not. In all sincerity, there's a very, very high increase in the percentage of children born with cerebral palsy as well as other forms of disabilities. I would say in about 10 neurotypical bats, neurotypical being, you know, we that doesn't have any form of disabilities, but we have about 2 to 3
It's a lot.
children. Yes.
Oh, that's a lot, actually.
Yes. So it is.
Half.
Yes. So roughly about 12 million persons in Lagos at the moment. Not just Nigeria as a whole.
You're
Lagos.
talking about Lagos.
Yes, has one
So,
form.
Luke, can you hear?
Yes, and I'm not gonna lie. Our Excellency Governor Sanwo-Olu is really trying in the area of support.
Support.
Oh
Okay.
wow, that's
For
cool.
That's
yes,
great, yeah.
yes, for children with special needs. I'm a bit aware of some of the things that
Yes, done.
is done
Wow.
for some of us. Yes.
Okay. The final question here is, what kept you going through all of this? Because I know it couldn't have been easy finding out that your child would need support for the better part of his years of life.
Does it go away? What keeps you going? Please, that one is Debo. Does it get to a point whereby, oh, he's normal, thank God?
Like his
Does it
fine
get to
now,
that?
he can
Does it get to
take
that?
No, it's a lifelong
care.
care. Now, I'm going to make emphasis on cerebral palsy and its associated conditions, as well as Down syndrome,
Okay.
and autism. They are all lifelong. They are going to live with it for the rest of their lives, and we will get adjusted into caring for them and teaching them to care for themselves for the rest of their life. You know, when I started earlier, I said it's their norm. That means
Yes.
it's their normal.
Yes.
That is what they know. The jacking movements, everything. That is the way they would live. But that it's not us. So it's our own case now. Our own what's it called to want
To now
to
Adjust to their normal.
and then help them
To live.
to live their best life. Yeah.
So what kept you going?
What kept me going? Number one, God. My faith in God.
God is good.
He has been good to me, because along this journey, I lost quite a lot. I lost quite a lot. But again, I am a mother. And you know, as we mothers, there's something about us and our children.
Yeah.
The joy to want to see them become something. That sort of push us on. So I wanted,
keep going.
yes, I wanted to educate him. In the process of wanting to educate him, the desire for him, to start working, he just one day he just prompted himself, and he stood up and started working.
Wow.
Again, we are their strength. So the more they see us not giving up first on them, they're not giving up on ourselves, because like I mentioned, it is single mothers that dominates the world of any form of disabilities. So the single mothers, are 99.9% present in the life of their children with disabilities than their fathers. So
So wait, the
I
fathers
don't
have
understand.
scorned?
I don't understand that one. Please, single mothers, like this happens to single mothers, or they ended up being a
single mothers
because
because
of the,
they have a child,
so the guy goes.
they would usually leave.
Oh wow, someone has to do something to that. Is there any law to that?
There's no law.
No. We have
And
to
most
go
of
back.
these parents are not supported. The
Oh,
single
wow.
mothers are left to care for their children alone without any support from their partners.
Thank you, Bisola.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your time today.
you.
Like, you have educated us. You've told us, I mean, how you've been able to become an educationist because of your child, and then also to help other children as well. So before we go, a big shout out to all our listeners who have stood by us for 5 episodes. So this is episode 5. We don't have a go. You have one there. Okay, so that's for you. Shout out to our listeners. Thank you very much. Don't forget to catch up next week for another exciting episode, an exciting topic. Bisola, just quickly give us the number for your school and the name of your school before we end up.
Okay, so the name of our school is called Great Expectations Private School, and our number is 081 38 7404.
Thank you very
Sorry,
much.
is it your only son?
No, I have 3 boys.
You have 3 boys.
Yes, I have 2
Anyway,
sons.
I love to him. Tell him I will love him. He's 12
Yes,
years
he
old
is.
already.
So,
And he's in high school.
TSS2,
Okay.
yes, is